Hi, my name's Rick. Thanks for coming into Ritter Cycle Racing to have a look around this afternoon. What we're going to do today is show you some of the engines and stuff that we work on, as well as some of the processes, some of the components, and a lot of everything here. That is what we do at this shop on a daily basis. I've got with me my friend Frank. Frank is a graduate of MMI Motorcycle Institute out of Florida. He graduated in 1993. He's been around this stuff almost as long as I've been doing this for right at 30 years at this point. I started this shop back in 1984 in St. Jacob, Illinois. We're about 30 miles east of St. Louis, Missouri, and I've been running it full-time ever since. And let's get started by taking a look at some of these pieces that we have sitting on the bench right now. When really pushing the limits of the 400 Polaris, we have found there are some shortcomings to a few of the parts on there, cases and cylinders to be exact. What I have here is a pair of Polaris 400L cylinders. This one is off of a 1994 or a 1995 Polaris 400L. You can tell the difference between these early and late style cylinders by two things. One, the addition of ports in the later model that go up into the intakes up to the transfers. The earlier models, as you can see, did not have those ports in them. Another difference that you can tell between these early and late style cylinders is the angle at which the reed cage goes onto the machine. As you can see, this one goes on rather flat. This one is on at much more of an angle. They like to break this lower ear off. This is a mounting bolt up in the front corners of these cylinders. Not uncommon to see this broken. The more horsepower we push, the more common this is. This is the early style model. It will break. So will the later style models. What you can see, if the camera will show it, is the casting on the newer model does have more aluminum there. There is more material, but they still break. Basically, if you've got a 1994 or 1995 model cylinder and it's broken like this, what we would suggest to it is what Frank's going to show you right now. We say goodbye and we go with the later style models, which at that point they're probably worth repairing. We take a piece of this aluminum, place it onto the cylinder, weld it in place from right through here and through here, which greatly strengthens it. As a matter of fact, any of the ones that we have done, we have never seen a failure after doing this modification. We also include the longer stud that will go through and allow you to secure this back to your cylinder. It still mounts up as good as stock. It's much stronger than what it was originally from the factory. Another one of the problems that we see with the more highly modified engines is the left rear mounting case bolt off of the engine itself. Unlike the 400L cylinders that we can repair once they've been broken, the cases are a little bit different story. Once an engine case does this, breaks this rear corner off, there's not a lot we can do as far as repairs go. It's just not cost effective. What should be done to prevent this problem is to weld on this plate that you see right here. It's just simply called a case saver. It's a $25 modification, and what it does is what Frank's going to show you right there is it welds onto the case. We do it here at the shop, and prevents or makes it much more difficult for this cylinder to break itself and remove this back corner. Very common problem on these engines, especially after they've been modified. For $25, very well worth the money when you look at a set of cases that sells for over $400 at this point in time. What Frank's got here is a set of the brand new engine cases for a 400 Polaris. The hole right here is where the crankshaft, of course, comes through, and it's going to have a gear put on it. What it drives is the water pump and counterbalancer. This is what a counterbalancer out of these machines can look like if they're not taken care of. It slides right into this hole and it mounts in, and the gears off of the crankshaft mesh into it. This is one of the major problems we see with these machines. This is a counterbalancer plus water pump is what this piece does. It sells for over $400 to get one of these from Polaris. It's getting quite expensive, and I'm sure in the future it's going to get even more expensive. We have developed ways to actually repair these, rebuild the shafts, and replace the bearings in them. The bearing for it is unavailable from Polaris. Polaris sells this as a complete unit. There's nothing on this you can buy from Polaris. So we have taken it upon ourselves to keep these current by learning how to disassemble, rework, and put new bearings back on these parts so we can keep these going. A standard rebuild on one of these $400 shafts normally runs around $75, and we try to have them on the shelf ready to send out as you need them. And we also carry the bearings, the bearing that sits down in the blind hole, as well as all the gaskets and all the seals that you would need in order to repair this item. Thanks again for stopping in and taking a look at the shop here today and all the stuff that we have going on here. You can see us every day at www.rcracing.com. Go on the website, have a look around, pick up the phone and give us a call. We're always here to assist you with the products you bought here and help you get your machines tuned, and you guys can have a good time in the garage just like we do back here. We would like to thank our friends at Gen3USA.com, the #1 Polaris ATV site on the internet. And I've seen them all. There is none of them that has the content and the quality of people that you're going to find on Gen3USA.com. Sign up, become a member, and I'll see you on there. Stop in and see us again sometime, and I know Frank will always be with me whenever we do these. Absolutely. So it's great to have everybody stop in. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time around. Bye for now.